Hello everyone, welcome back to the Human Reviews channel, and today is the first reaction in the new setup. I've obviously not got everything set up down here yet. It's a fucking empty room outside of my setup and like my record player down there and my vinyls in that corner. But trust me, this room is going to look sick once it's all done up, so don't judge me too hard yet. Today we are listening to the new Tyler the Creator album, CHROMAKOPIA. This is the fourth album I have heard from him. I have also heard Flower Boy, Igor, and Call Me If You Get Lost. I think all three are great. Just incredibly well produced, really sharply written hip-hop albums with great performances and features front to back. So I'm very excited going into this one. I heard the single Noid, and I like the more rock elements that he's implementing into this, and I wonder if that's going to be an actual thing throughout the entire album. And I hope it is, because I think the way that he implemented it on that track was really, really cool. And I would be interested to see him delve further into that sound. This album came out literally today as of when I'm filming this. It's 14 tracks, 53 minutes. You know when an album has 14 tracks, it's going to be a 10 out of 10. So, with that being said, let's get started. Track 1, St. Chroma.
You are the light. It's not on you, it's in you.
CHROMAKOPIA, CHROMAKOPIA.
Oh, this is from the teaser. Okay. So I'm guessing that the whispering is meant to be him playing this character on the cover, and that's what the whispering is meant to represent. And while I like it here, there is a chance that that's going to get annoying throughout the majority of the album if it is an actual reoccurring thing. I'm talking completely, you know, ahead of myself right now, but I just want to get that out of the way to state that I like it here, but it's possible that the whispering is going to get annoying. No, that's Pharrell Williams. Can you spoil stuff? Don't spoil anything. Don't spoil anything. The singing is amazing. Switch up's fucking incredible.
Okay, I is just a box with a light of thunder in me. Gratitude and under the hubris that's on my sleeve.
Vocals are just as likable as I would expect. Really great beat. Love how fuzzy this is. This is track 1. We just started.
She ain't never met no one who talk like that.
Great transition. Yeah, solid opening track. I love how raw the sound of this is up to this point. It definitely doesn't feel quite as clean as Call Me If You Get Lost or Igor or even Flower Boy. It definitely feels like it's a lot more raw and in the moment, particularly with how fuzzy a lot of this shit is and how just, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess how real the vocal performances feel, like from the whispering to the backing vocals that are singing throughout the track, and then you get an actual standard rap vocal performance from Tyler as well. This just feels a lot rawer and a lot more in the moment than those albums did, and I like that change. I will say this track does feel like it has some pacing problems. It definitely does feel like two songs sort of being forced into one, and that does sort of make it feel a little disjointed, particularly around the middle part. But they're two great songs being smashed into each other, so I don't really mind that much. I would give this opening track like a low 8, I think, probably like an 8.3. It's a really strong start and a great tone setter for the album, but it definitely does feel like it has some pacing problems. The next track, Rah Tah Tah.
She ain't never met no one who talk like that. And if you hang up on a nigga, bitch, I got my jiffy up. Grip so damn big, I need a diaper and hang up on a nigga, bitch, I call right back. Talk like that. And if you hang up on a nigga, bitch, I call right back.
This instrumental is fucking nuts. It's just so aggressive. And again, it's carrying over a lot of the fuzziness from the first track. This is a great fucking continuation of the first song. It just feels like a complete ramp up in intensity. Are the glasses an indication that, yes, these glasses are my yellow flannel, essentially. Whenever the glasses are on, the song is a fucking heater. Oh, these vocals are so fun as well. I'm actually gonna get Genius up so I can look at the lyrics.
I'm paranoid now because niggas weird and really bummed. I'm paranoid.
Oh, okay, it goes into Noid. Okay, cool. Let me actually look back. I've got the Genius up here. I'm going to look back through the lyrics. I'm actually going to try and figure this shit out. Where my windows at? Darling, put the windows up. Wonder how I got my jiffy up. Crib so damn big, I need a diaper and a sippy cup. Wow. Someone text Zendaya, she my favorite because she hit me up. Instrumentally, I thought that was fucking fantastic. It sort of felt like a ramp up in intensity and aggression after the previous song, with another very, very fucking wild vocal performance that was a lot of fun. And looking through these lyrics, it seems to be about... It's definitely like a flex type song. He's talking about, like, you know, he's got a nice house, fucking talking to Zendaya and shit. And then at the end, it's sort of him gloating, people pressing him on the carrot-colored bus, which I'm guessing is a reference to like being bullied in school, and now he's made it. He's one of the biggest artists today. And that seems to be what this track is talking about. It's saying like, hey, I came from fucking nothing, and now look at me. I'm putting out like the biggest album of the year. Yeah, I thought that was another really solid track. I will say it could have... I'd be careful reading it. I'm not going to read out the N-word, okay? Lots of very clever lines throughout this. Again, incredible aggressive instrumental. I just kind of wish that this song was a little longer. I feel like 2 minutes and 45 was too little for that track, and it didn't feel like it was fully fleshed out. It felt like it could have maybe used an extra verse or two to like fully realize itself. But still, all in all, I think it is another great track and one I definitely would come back to. And I'd say I liked it arguably even more than the first one. It's like an 8.5, 8.6, somewhere in that range. Noid, I've already heard Noid. Aura mention.
Triple checking if I lock the door. I know every creek that's in the floor.
Such a great implementation of fuzz rock here. Oh, the Willow feature. Fantastic. Album art looks AI generated. That's definitely a real picture. I think it's just the it's probably a mix of the lighting and the effect that they use to make it look so grainy's not the right word. I can't fucking speak today.
Don't trust these people out here, please. Whatever you do,
great transition into the next phase of this song. You know, actually paying attention to the lyrics is making me appreciate this song even more. Because on a first listen, I wasn't really paying attention to the lyrics that much. I was just focusing on like the sound of the track. It's a great expression of like the paranoia that comes with being famous. He's putting it across so well. Oh shit! I forgot about that switch up. Going for his tour. If he ends up playing a show near me, I'll probably try and see him. Oh, it is on the next track. Oh shit! Didn't even realize it transitioned. I had fucking genius in front of me. Yeah, Noid is incredible. Loved it the first time I heard it, and looking deeper into the lyrics, I'm loving it even more. It's such a great expression of the paranoia that comes with being famous and describing like these different situations, like he's trying to eat and people are putting cameras in his face. Earlier on in the song, he's talking about like walking around and just feeling like he's constantly being watched. Talking about a home invasion as well and stuff like that. It's like just bringing all of these different specific scenarios and tying them all together into one overwhelming feeling of dread of being in public due to how recognizable of a figure he is at this point. And I love that. And pairing that with the really intense fuzz rock sound in the first half of the track is so cool, and I'm hoping that he dives into that sound a bit more, because I think that it fits his style basically perfectly. Like, legit, like that instrumental on the first half of this song is my favorite on the album up to this point, and I really hope that he explores that a little bit more on this. This song is fantastic. It's grown from like a solid 8 to like a low 9 for me. It's like a 9.3. Easily my favorite up to this point, and I can only see it growing on me even more with further listens. That was only my second full listen of the song. People seem to really like Darling I. Well, that's good, because up next, we have Darling I.
Whatever you do, don't ever tell no bitch you love her. Keep falling in love.
Now we got Tizo touchdown on this one. Okay. Oh, damn. Oh, those fucking harmonies. Holy shit.
Option for everybody, don't you lie to me. Too many rules, I'm too curious to try to be hiding things, feeling ashamed, but like this.
Okay, he seems to be opening up to someone on this track. Okay, so on this first verse here, he's talking about like, I've got all of this cool shit and I want to marry this person, but I am acknowledging the fact that I am very flawed. Oh, the song's called Darling I. Okay, so this song is essentially a confession. He's telling this person that he loves them. He's saying that while he has all of this cool stuff and he has like a larger than life personality and he's famous, he does still have a lot of flaws. and he's trying to essentially see if this person will still accept him.
This
is morale, but I can kind of see that, yeah. I'll be lonely with these Grammys when it's all said and done. Okay. Oh, damn.
Have those moments and experiences.
He is so fucking creative. You got lots of these bright, glitzy, pretty sounds mixed with the super thick, punchy percussion. It's a great contrast. These transitions are sick. Yeah, that was another fucking heater. I like that arguably just as much as Noid. Very great, emotionally open track about him admitting his flaws to this person, but acknowledging the fact that he would rather have this person than all of the fame, all of the Grammys, and being able to create the music. I like the bit here where it just says, keep falling, keep falling, keep falling. Like, no matter how much he tries to resist it, he is just becoming more and more madly in love with this person. And I think the storytelling on this track is great. This is probably my favorite written song up to this point, definitely. And I also think the instrumental is fucking incredible. You have lots of these, again, bright, glitzy synthetic sounds going throughout this track, mixed with very thick, heavy percussion. And it creates really nice contrast, and one of the most creative beats up to this point, in my opinion. Probably my second favorite so far, just behind Noid. I would give that another like low 9, like a 9.2. Really great. Hey Jane.
Always wear a condom.
That's true.
Hey Jane, we got the news and I know what to do. Late
oh shit, is he talking about having a kid here? Hold on a sec, we got on so much just at the beginning here. Hey Jane, we got the news and I don't know what to do. I didn't panic, I was comforting you. Still in shock, but damn, the late response, is this really true? Taylor is imagining what would be like if Jane, his romantic partner, got pregnant, even though neither of them were anticipating the pregnancy. Oh, so it's hypothetical. Okay, I thought this was a song about him actually having a kid. I was gonna say, I didn't know he had one.
I'm terrified, petrified. I don't wanna get my freedom up or sanitize it. Damn. This is my all the heaviest emotions and the physical pain. Just to get a kid, the man last name, fuck that.
Damn. The writing is heavy as fuck. He goes on this massive rant about how he does not want to have a kid, talking about like he feels like he completely fucked up. He hasn't had a scare like this before. He's petrified. He doesn't want to lose his freedom. But then just ending it with, I support you either way, no pressure. That is... damn. The writing on this album is easily the fucking strong suit. This shit is so impactful. I don't know why I'm swearing so much in this video. Like, watching it back while editing, it's actually kind of annoying me. Like, I'm talking like a goddamn sailor over this. Like, it's just so unnecessary. Just Sticky? What, is that a song on this? They were 3 songs away from Sticky.
A feeling you can never understand. You just hope to God I get my period again. I was 24 when the mind thing. I got my own bread. I don't need you to buy things, cause my needs don't include your money and status.
Oh, damn. JC, so you are like a hopper, skip, and a jump away from being unmodded with the bullshit you put in my chat. Sticky goes awful.
And it's a lose-lose. If I lose you as a friend, I've been losing myself.
That was just some incredible emotional storytelling in the form of essentially a conversation, a very one-sided conversation. It's about this situation where he has... I don't know if this is a hypothetical or not, because a lot of this seems very real, but at the same time, some of this stuff sort of hints at it being a hypothetical situation. Yeah, he's talking about the fear of accidentally getting someone who he's not even in a relationship with pregnant. He's talking about how he doesn't want to have to give up his freedom and how it's going to affect his career. All over your screen when tomorrow... Okay. Fucking hell. And then just ending that first verse with just know I support you either way, no pressure. That is impactful as hell. And you move into the second half and things just get even more like intense. He's getting even more into a panic about himself. And then there's a certain point where he sort of talks about being afraid to lose this person as a friend as well, which also is just like... despite the fact that this is a situation that I cannot relate to in the slightest, he's able to make it feel so raw and real and make it just really punch you right in the gut. And I genuinely do think that this album's strongest footing is its writing. I appreciate they had a more simple instrumental as well to give room for just how fucking huge of a pill to swallow the lyrics are. And I think that that was a very smart decision to have it be a little more stripped back on the sonic front. Your favorite tracks on the whole album are Saint Chroma, Noid, Darling I Hope You Find Your Way Back Home, and Hey Jane. Up to this point, Hey Jane is my favorite. 9.5. Yeah, that is just the writing on this album being brought to absolute perfection, and a great show of restraint with the instrumental as well. That was incredible. I Killed You.
You knew how come go round and round. You knew blow out go round and round.
Exactly. I've never gotten anyone pregnant.
I gotta work. I got on the scout, bitch. I killed you, taking you out. It's not a game full of shame, so we straighten you out. Without a doubt, bitch. I killed you. I filled you up with Kimmy's, forced you to relax. You was thick, you was BB. Couldn't take the heat, so you gone when they see me.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, Childish Gambino. Oh. I didn't even pick up on the fact that that was him. Childish Gambino's on this song, that's cool. At first I thought this song was about him sort of forcing himself to stray away from his heritage for the sake of being more presentable. That sounds bad, holy shit. It sounds like him straying away from his heritage as a result of forcing himself to be more presentable for being famous. But then you have that line at the end there, where he's sort of talking about reconnecting with it now that he has his fame and he's allowing it to become a part of him again. That's pretty cool. I disagree. I think this is another really well written one. The instrumental isn't the most interesting, but I think it's still really sweet. Super subtle Childish Gambino feature as well. Had I not seen that it was Childish Gambino on Genius here, I wouldn't have been able to tell. Worst song on the album? It is probably my least favorite. Oh, whoa. Not giving me time to react, damn it, Jesus. Not giving me time to react to the transitions. Give it 6.2 because the ending is nice. I think that song is still pretty good. I will say this is the first one that I feel like is lacking in terms of its instrumental. I do feel like it maybe could have used a couple more layers of instrumentation just to make it feel a little more filled out and fleshed out. But again, this is another really well written one talking about him finally reconnecting with his heritage and feeling more comfortable in doing so. And I think that that's a really sweet sentiment to put into a track like this. I also think that the Childish Gambino feature, with how just subtle it is, and I wouldn't have been able to tell it was him on this song had I not literally seen it on Genius in front of me. And that's both a good thing and a bad thing, because maybe him having a more of a presence on the song would have been nice, but I also like that it's a little more subtle and that it's not too like, look who I got on the track, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I will say it's definitely the least interesting so far, and the one I would return to the least out of every song up to this point. So for that reason, it gets like a solid 7 for me, a high 7, like a 7.7, 7.8, somewhere in that range. Judge Judy.
Chop it up, I like her thoughts on time I flew. She said she had no plans and asked me what I'm about to do. Oh, I won't judge.
Okay, that's clever. That's clever. Funny wordplay. Okay. Oh, damn. Great fucking bass line there. That sounds incredible. What the hell was that? For me, the album's cruising around the high 8, low 9 range. This is great. Outro's a little long. It is dragging a bit. Transitions are still heat. That track was amazing. Again, writing is still fucking just as top notch as it has been throughout the rest of this. He's talking about, I'm guessing, a situation where he hooked up with this person, and then he ended up actually getting feelings for her, saying, hey, I don't judge. You get this spoken word bit where he starts talking about her kinks and shit. It's like, she like rope hands around her throat. Couple guys will make her feel alive. She had a free spirit, you know. And on a track where he's talking about I don't judge, that actually kind of had me smirking a little bit. That was pretty funny. But then you get to the end, he's talking about her writing him a letter, presumably after they hooked up, and then he's just absolutely devastated that she has left him. Which, you know, unlucky, unfortunate, couldn't relate, to be honest. Honestly, this album, the writing is just so fucking impressive to me. On previous Tyler, the Creator albums, I've liked the writing, but it's really been the sound that's made all of them for me. But this one, it is all in the writing. It's just so emotionally open and impactful. I think that it's just all so sharp and concise. It's told in such a straightforward way that doesn't feel like it's too heady or that I need to dive too deep. You can look at it at a surface level, but there's still more to unpack on further listens, clearly. This is just so good. This is actually just such a fun, but also very, like, impactful listen. And I'm, like, getting more out of this than I could have even expected. The song's a high 8 for me, 8.8. Next track, Sticky. It's the one that people have been waiting for. I'm predicting great things.
Poppin' that shit, get your hit quick fast. Niggas popping off and niggas stepping on the gas. See, I'm a west side nigga from the zone. Knock, 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 knocking at the door. Bitches getting sticky, sticky, sticky. Bitches getting sticky.
Lit ass bitch, step inside me, pop shit. Glass fuck, niggas wrong with that motion. I begin to cook,
okay.
But I'm knucking if you bucking, ho.
Really good Glorilla feature. Switch up's great too. Drums are loud as fuck. Nice fuzzy bass. Well, this shit goes hard, okay? I don't want to hear it. Oh, they got Sexy Red on this as well. You know what that means, chat? Fantano's gonna give this a 10.
I don't fight for my respect, bitch. I fight for D. Baby girl, I'm finna rock your face.
Lil Wayne? Holy shit. This feature list is nuts.
Sticky situation, discombobulation, dripping condensation, gotta whisper conversations.
Better find a mop, it's getting sticky in this bitch. Better find
What
a
the
mop, it's getting sticky
what?
in this bitch. Better find a mop, it's getting sticky.
What's this switch up?
All the bad bitches know the fuck is going down. That's a bet. Skip the sex, grab my face, break my neck, fuck.
Oh my god. Genius doesn't even know who's featured on this bit.
Better find a mop, it's getting.
Decided to wear a Chromacopia in school, and the boys yelled, "Well, Chromacopia," and I introduced myself. I have a Chromacopia voice. And they all had Chromacopia. Alright. Oh, that's a copy and paste? Okay, I was wondering why I couldn't interpret that. I was like, huh? I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics on that track, because, to be perfectly honest, I don't give a fuck about the lyrics. That song was so fun. The beginning kind of sucks. When the song starts off, it's like, what the fuck is this? Sounds terrible at the very beginning. It just sounds so clunky and awkward. But then as you move into the third verse where Glorilla comes in, it all just snaps into place. It just turns into this super fun, ridiculous, over-the-top track. Insane, nuts production with these super loud drums, and then you get the horns coming in as well. Crazy feature list. You got Glorilla, you got Sexy Red, and you got Lil Wayne on this. All of the features I think did great. It's just a ridiculous ass song. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and like pretend it's the best song on the album, but it's a bunch of fun and one I would definitely come back to. I give that one like a flat 8. It's a fun track, okay? I'm not gonna say it's the best because it's not, but it's very fun, and that's all that matters with that one. Take your mask off. This album's great so far. It's just consistent, impactful.
Big guns,
really
big
great
guns,
production.
None of them face tats gon' hide the fact that you sad, bro. You ain't a thug, you was a drama club, you's an actor. But now, cuz, ain't too fond of them gays, you don't deny your way. Since a kid, you knew something was up.
Ain't too fond of them gays. Who are the gays?
Gotta hide all the shame, sick of all the pain that's within.
Oh,
scared
damn.
of being seen, tired of
Call Me If You Get Lost is my second favorite of his.
big ass house that's on the hill, big ass wheels in the garage, 3 cute kids that's in your arms, feeling fulfilled.
Bastard is your favorite? I'm gonna get to Tyler's early album at some point.
Can't eat 2, won't stay hard, pain in your chest, head falling out, won't blame it on the stress.
Yeah, Igor is definitely my favorite though.
Boy, keep that shit is a failure, my nigga. Go ahead and pack it up and put it in the trunk.
Damn.
You talk a lot, get
Who is he
embarrassed.
talking
You
about
selfish as
here?
fuck. That's really that day
He's
to
being
sing
pretty
it,
based.
but I lose a bet.
DJ Khaled, yeah. That was just a great track about being yourself and calling out someone for being dishonest. He's like he is just fucking scathing this, but he is sat here just like tearing into this guy all throughout this song. But he has the chorus where he's saying, I hope you find yourself and take your mask off, though. He's still wishing the best for this person, but he's calling this guy out for like talking shit about other people for the sake of looking better himself. He apparently tried to ruin someone else's marriage as well. You talk a lot of shit to not even be #1. Your beats ain't placing, them songs ain't slapping, your raps ain't ranking. Yeah, so looking a little deeper into this song, it actually seems like it's talking about a whole bunch of different people in different scenarios. Like, it's talking about someone hiding their queerness, it's talking about someone forcing themselves to get involved in something to fit in, and then the ending is actually most likely about himself. A lot of people have been memeing that it's a fucking DJ Khaled diss. I don't think it is. I think that he is actually, like, turning and pointing at himself and sort of criticizing himself for putting up a mask and a persona, and sort of saying that everyone else is guilty of this, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm also guilty of this, and that honestly makes me love this song arguably even more. But I still wish the best for you. And that is a lovely sentiment to put on this track where you're just tearing into this poor guy. I will say the instrumental on this one isn't the most interesting though. I do kind of wish it, again, was had a little more, I guess, oomph to it. I do wish it was like a little more filled out, I guess, but still, the writing more than makes up for that, so I can't really complain too much. Flat 9 for me. Down to the final 5. Next track, Tomorrow.
We need a little tie running around here, okay?
I'll give him one track below. I gave track 6 or 7. But besides that, no, there's not been a single song under it. Intro, I agree. The harmonies on this album, dude, they are gorgeous.
I pop out with that oven, tell that new version of me that I'm coming. Yeah, my brody had another baby, that's like number 2. All I got is photos of my Rari and some silly suits.
Oh, damn.
Will I flip?
Kind of a long outro. No transition either. It's the first song that hasn't had a, like, flow into the next song. No transition. Interesting. Yeah, I'll get my minor complaints about that song out of the way first, and that is that I think that the pacing is a little awkward, particularly at the end. The outro feels a little too long, and I do feel like it sort of moves at a bit too much of a breakneck pace throughout the main bulk of the track. I do wish it was just, I do wish it took its time a little bit more, and that it let itself sort of just, like, fully explore what it's trying to do. And it could have used probably about, like, maybe half a minute or an extra minute to do so. Or maybe it didn't even need that. Maybe just shorten the outro and add some extra stuff onto the main verses, because, again, I do feel like it does suffer a little bit from moving a little bit too quick. But the writing on this one's great. It's talking about Tyler's fear of aging, the feeling that he hasn't done anything worthwhile with his life up to this point, despite the fact that he is so famous and he has all of this cool stuff, and that he's doing all of these incredible things. He compares himself at a certain point to A$AP Rocky, who has 2 children, and then he's saying, like, you know, they're sharing pictures and it's really cute, but all he has is a Ferrari and some silly suits. That's a great line right there. Yeah, this is another incredibly written track. I've said that about literally every single one. This is another incredibly written song, but they all are. I'm just so impressed at how much of a step up the writing is here. Even though the writing was still good on the other albums, I really feel like this one in particular has so much more time and so much more, I guess, fleshing out put into it, and I appreciate that so much. I'll give it like a 9.1, I think. Thought I Was Dead. Oh, we're going back to the soldier thing. Okay.
Them niggas thought I was dead. Them niggas thought I was dead. These niggas thought I was dead.
Oh, okay.
Get love in the hood, but I must leave. Born way in the hills where
oh, Schoolboy Q, okay. Walking up to the party with your butt pierced, huh?
I don't wanna be found. I don't wanna be down. I don't wanna be found. White boys mocking this shit and y'all mad at me, y'all can suck my dick. Pull up old tweets, pull up old t-shirts, all that, I'll moonwalk over that bitch.
Am I liking the album? It's just pretty great so far. Seriously, I'm very impressed. Like, I loved his previous 3 albums, but this is on par.
Nigga, you got that nigga beat. You got that nigga.
Oh, I lost track of where I was. Thought I Was Dead. Okay. Lyrically, this one is probably my least favorite so far. It just feels a little all over the place, and like it's just bouncing between a lot of shit. It has a through line, but not a very consistent one. But I think that the instrumental on that song more than makes up for it. The instrumental is so insanely good that I legit do not care about the lyrical inconsistency because that song is just a heater in and of itself. It's going back to like the super aggressive thing, sort of going back to like the soldier thing that they had going on the first track. I don't know. Yeah, lyrical inconsistency, I don't really give a shit about. Yeah, production's great. It's got great production, has a fantastic instrumental. You know, forget lyrical consistency on that one. Okay. Feeling like another low 8 on that one, like an 8.2. Yeah, the lyrics were fun. It's just I kind of wish they were just a little more consistent. But besides that, it's still a great track, like instrumentally. So I can't really complain too much. It's my favorite color. What, are you gonna try and figure out my password or something? Next track we have Like Him. You gotta guess what my favorite color is.
Every time
My legs to my shoulders and my chin. Like him. I don't know who he is.
Well, you haven't said anything, you know, too fucked up yet. The spamming's a little annoying, but I don't really care. You know, being awesome, it doesn't protect you from getting, you know, doesn't protect you from getting struck by the van hammer, you know what I'm saying?
It was my fault, not yours, not his. It was my fault. Not him, because he always wanted to be there for you. And I'm sorry I was young, but he's always wanted to be a father to you. So I fucked up.
That song really hits. Holy shit. He's talking about his absent father and how he's constantly being told, you look just like him, you know, you're just like him. And then in the chorus he's talking about chasing a ghost, like trying to figure out who his father is and trying to, like, try and get an impression of why he is so much like his father. And then moving into the second verse, he's sort of trying to fill the hole that is left from his absent father with love and affection from his mother and from people who he has been in love with, and not having that work out at all. And then moving into the end, he finally realizes that he isn't defined by his father and that he is his own person. And he ends off that final verse by saying, I don't look like him. That is, that one hits a lot. I am feeling I genuinely give that one a 10. That was, yeah, definitely. I would say this album, but basically his four most recent albums, they're the ones that I've heard and they're all great. Down to the final two, Balloon.
Yeah, we ain't talking to your dumb ass. You could be a millionaire and still be a bum ass, boy. I've been in a dream, I've been on a tick. Long legs pretty when they wake up. Niggas run their mouth, wanna race up. Everything real here, no lace front, okay.
Flyers bitch up in the room, I need a cop. Out New York, walk around bed, told I don't need a passport, I'm a swamp bitch. I air this bitch out like a queen. I send your ass back to the street. I spray your whole block with
I'm not gonna say it's like one of my favorites so far. It is one of the simplest songs up to this point. It's only 2.5 minutes, and I do feel like it does suffer a little bit from that. It does feel like it could have been given a little more time to be fully realized. But still, the 2.5 minutes we did get at this song were pretty great. Okay, you know what? A 10-minute slap on the wrist, okay? 10 minutes. The spam finally got to me, okay? I gave in, and I struck the band hammer. Yeah, this Doechii feature is really cool. I'm not familiar with Doechii's stuff. Apparently she's an American rapper who rose to fame on TikTok with her song Yucky Blucky Fruitcake in 2021. I've never heard that before. Yeah, I'm not sure who that is, but she did a pretty good job on this track. Well, I guess my main thing about this is just I wish it was a little bit longer. It does feel like it's a little too short to carry its own weight. and that does bring it down a decent bit for me. But still, I think it's a solid track. I'd give it a solid 7, like a 7.6. We are now on the final song. We've made it. We're at the end of the album. Final song, 4.5 minutes. I hope you find your way home.
I'm slipping, I need a hand. Can you squeeze the man? My shit spinning, spinning, spinning like a ceiling fan. No alcohol, no pill in hand. Almost had a mini me, I wasn't ready. And she wanted it with me, I'm talking heavy. Then we had to guarantee ain't no confetti till it too sore. If you was gonna apologize.
So it's seeming like he's going back through a lot of the themes already discussed on the album and sort of bringing them together into one thing. He's talking about the pregnancy scare that was earlier on the album. He's talking about the fear of aging that was on Tomorrow. It seems like he's going to be sort of tying together all of the different themes into one song here, which is a really great way to wrap this up.
I'm so embarrassed, but happy that it happened. Fuck what you heard, I ain't cool, I ain't tapping. Always some corn from you niggas who ain't papping.
Do your thing.
Oh damn, apparently this is like a recording of his mum at the end here.
Run it back.
I like that we're ending with it like an extended instrumental bit here. It actually feels really appropriate at this point. Like, actually incredible closer, seriously. That was just the most gorgeous, incredible tying together of all of the themes of this album that I could ask for. Seriously, it has all of the best aspects of the album tied together. It has the incredible, impactful, emotionally vulnerable writing. It has the absolutely fucking flawless vocal performances. It has such a gorgeous instrumental that brings in some of the fuzziness, that brings in some of the more glitzy elements, as well as the nice percussion as well. And not only that, it ends on such a nice note with the recording of his mum sort of serving as like an inspiration for him. That was lovely. That was seriously as great of a closer as I could ask for, and arguably even better. That is like the highest 9 I could give out. Like, it's like a 9.8, 9.9. Oh, there we go. I'm back. We back in this. I don't know how if you guys heard everything I said there, but essentially I said it's an incredible closer, incredible way to bookend the album. Has absolutely gorgeous final moments and feels just like a great culmination of everything that's come up to this point. I give it a 9.8. It's about as close to a 10 as I can give a song. That I don't think it is quite a 10 though. Ladies and gentlemen, that was CHROMAKOPIA. That was great. That was just another great release from Tyler. I went into this thing with pretty high hopes based on Noid, and I'm happy to say that those pretty high expectations were not only met but arguably exceeded. The only real thing I have to say about this album in terms of negatives is a couple of awkward pacing moments, a couple instrumentals not feeling quite like they are fully fleshed out, and also I wish he sort of implemented some of like the rockier elements a little bit more. It would have been nice to see him explore that a little bit more. But besides that, I think this is just a seriously great album, and one that I'm gonna find myself coming back to a decent amount, and it's probably only going to grow on me with further listens. So yeah, I'm very happy with this. I'm editing this one. This is a me video. Okay, Chivo only has access to the King Gizzard reactions. Okay, the rest is all me. You're back. You feel betrayed. I warned you. I warned you. I said that God's love has its limits, and that what's given can be taken away. Real quick, I am going to add up my scores, and then I will tell you what my overall score for the album is. If I ever go glam rock, you're calling shots on those edits. Alright. I'm feeling an 8.8 out of 10 on this album. So, good album, okay? This is a pretty fucking great album, I would even say, and one that I can guarantee is only going to grow on me with further listens. This is just such a fun, expressive, but also deeply emotionally impactful album that does not let up for a single second. It is just front to back gorgeous. and I am, like, I'm more than happy with this. This is, like, seriously great. The few minor complaints I have, I don't imagine are going to be that big of issues on casual listens where I'm not, like, doing this and being too over-analytical. So, yeah, expect that score to go up a little bit. Yeah, we're already done. I've been recording for an hour and a half, but yeah. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this album down below. How does it compare to other Tyler, the Creator albums for you? Let me know what other albums you'd like to see me listen to in the future. Make sure you like and sub if you haven't. We're on our way to 2K. Links in the description to my Discord, my Album of the Year, my Twitter, and my second channel. Check those out if you haven't. And yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I next stream or upload. Bye-bye.